I usually avoid fights with Jotaro because most of them sum up to, well, you know, he's faster, so he can also stop time, and he wins after that. So I needed another contender because part 1 Naruto, while I did want to do it, I think we're going to need some more support on that one after I'll consider it. But this is interesting. This battle might be over before you know it, and the fight is Jotaro Kujo versus Son Goku with Equalized stats. What does that mean? They will begin the battle with the same speed, strength, and durability. The deciding factors of this fight will be their intelligence, abilities, and their X factor. Now, what is an X factor? I got this from Marvel, but these things are the things that characters have, more so traits, but they aren't abilities. They're traits. For example, Goku has Zenkai. Not only is it a trait that lets Goku get stronger when he's pushed to near death, but it also lets him get progressively stronger as the battle goes on. Jotaro's X factor is likely his rage, as once he's mad enough, he taps into that level of Star Platinum where every punch is an attempt at ending another person. For example, the Dio fight. But that was just an explanation of their X factors. Let's see what everyone's capable of. First, let's establish which Goku. I'll be choosing 2, so we have some variety here. The first one's going to be Namek Goku before the fight with Frieza, which means that he doesn't have Super Saiyan. And then there's the Goku that fought against Cell. As for the Jotaro, we're going to be going with the end of part 3, Musara's Crusaders. He has Time Stop and a Dream. That's about it. But we'll give him his anger boost after the Namek Goku fight because it's a key part of Jotaro here. Ooh, wait. Before the video starts, this isn't the sponsor part, y'all. I made a short story, and you can read it on the Saturday AM app for free, you know, if you wanted to check it out. Got this art piece made by FS Art on here, you know, it's kind of hard, I'm just saying, but yeah. Appreciate the support if you do, you know. The first fight we have is Namek Goku versus Jotaro. Goku is a seasoned martial artist. Don't worry about where it stands for with Jotaro. Let's just be honest here, okay? When it comes to JoJo in its entirety, it does not have the martial art prowess to contest a fighter like Goku, you know, a person whose series was based on martial arts and fighting. He can also analyze people's fighting styles and other Dragon Ball characters' capabilities. Master Roshi had taken decades to create the Kamehameha, and Goku did it like as soon as he tried it. We don't have to worry about Goku stealing a stand ability, but you do get the idea that this guy is someone to watch out for. Now, this Goku has Ki Blast, the Kamehameha, and the Spirit Bomb. He has a bunch of other stuff like, oh, hey, Solar Flare, but we're going for what Goku will most likely be doing here. I don't think that he'll be able to do anything else besides Ki Blast 2, let's be honest. The reason is that while it won't kill Goku to use his beams, it will take a chunk of energy off of him each time that he uses it, so he wouldn't just throw those out casually. In addition, there's no guarantee that he can hit Jotaro with it, or the fact that it doesn't even do the damage that you would think of because they're equalized, they're comparable now. In the case of Jotaro, he can stop time and control significant parts of the fight with a sly counterattack that could mess with Goku's chances of continuing, but considering that these two are just fighting for the sake of the scenario, I don't really see Jotaro bringing it out of himself to attempt to kill Goku, because in general he doesn't really try to kill at all. Sometimes he just happens to do it. Now we factor in Zenkai. Jotaro will be able to keep Goku from hitting him a lot and can counter hit him for much more, but over time, Goku will get stronger and faster. Jotaro will notice the eventual rise in strength, but that will be the deciding factor on when he actually acknowledges it. He doesn't have the rage for it, so it will be about what Jotaro can do with Goku being a bit tougher and faster right now. I think Goku is trying to eventually defeat Jotaro without killing, as they aren't bloodlusted here, and you've seen Jotaro just outright defeat people. So they have a good mindset with ending the fight somewhere soon. Here's what Jotaro can do. We know that he calls for specific things when it comes down to the opponent. Yellow Temperance, he ran away. In Duel, he closed the gap. With Goku, Jotaro will sure recognize how many techniques rely on Goku's hands, as long as he breaks either his hands or his arms, maybe his feet or his legs. He can't punch him or do anything. If Goku's durability passes that threshold, though, and it passed it a while ago, then Jotaro just loses, like completely outright. Like, it's just bad. Now, here's what Goku can do. Recognizing that Jotaro works only within a certain radius when it comes to the time stop, he can try to smokescreen him with Ki Blast and attempt to finish him off with a Kamehameha, but that's if he's looking to close out the fight as soon as possible. Even if he understands that he's getting stronger than Goku, he won't play defensively. Instead, I see him probably messing around and seeing what Jotaro could think up to himself to get himself out of the situation, because there's more that says Goku will just eventually win, and Goku will most likely know that. So in conclusion, Namek Goku versus Jotaro is really a war of attrition in Goku's favor, and relies on what Jotaro is willing to do to his opponent to close out the battle entirely. Now, going on into the next fight, we have Super Saiyan Cell Saga Goku versus Bloodlusted End of Stardust Crusaders Jotaro. We're still equalizing here, because if we aren't, then Goku would get a 50 times multiplier. And if you're new to this, 50 times is a lot of multiplying, and I just give him the fight at that point. Jotaro's bloodlusted capabilities aren't the same, because he's just facing a mental block from going all out, so I'm not like limiting him the same way that I'm limiting Super Saiyan, and it might look unfair, but honestly, I'm giving a lot to Jotaro right now. Goku, he's really not trying that hard. Since Jotaro is going all out, he will either focus on the weaker parts of Goku, break him down from the hands and legs, or he could just focus a specific portion of Goku continuously, just like rapid fire punching him in the chest, like expecting for something to give eventually. I also just remembered that I should mention Kaioken here for those interested, obviously. In the last fight, it leans more into Goku anyways, and if he doesn't see himself in a fight that's that serious, he wouldn't jeopardize himself with tapping into Kaioken just for the sake of the fight, because that would put him on the weaker end at the end of it. In this fight, he can't use Super Saiyan and Kaioken together. I think most likely because it's too taxing on his body. It's also a thing that he just doesn't do. He doesn't do that at all. And please don't link me when he did it with Pikkon. Not only was that most likely filler, it's just he doesn't do that. He didn't do that all the way to the Cell Saga. It just never happened. I'm not interested, and please don't tell me about Blue Ku doing that, because again, this is Cell Saga Goku. I know the difference. Now, Jotaro could eventually break Goku down to the point where he can't use most things. He could completely shatter his hands, fracture his skull, like badly. If he doesn't do this, Goku's regeneration and Zenkai will get to a point that it's too fast for Jotaro to expect anything. If that's the case, he will end up on a shirt faster than you realize. Goku could blow up the surrounding area with Kamehameha, Ki Blast, either or, and force Jotaro to just deal with that as he charges an instant transmission Kamehameha. And it's not definitive to say that I got Jotaro if he acts as fast as possible, because Goku wouldn't notice the lethality that Jotaro is capable of and wouldn't give Jotaro the mistakes he's going for. But just don't let Goku's recent demeanor get you confused. He is a complete battle tactician and understands standard concepts like, playing back, closing the gap. All simple stuff. As he's gone against such a diverse cast of fighters, he's a really good fighter. So adapting to a situation like this and coming out victorious in the end, it's not even something that I'd write off, especially since they also know of a character like Goldo who had been able to stop time before, and they're going to be like, oh wait, we have some stuff to maybe go around this, something. And it's more so, again, another battle of attrition, or just more so who does the smarter thing first. And that's like a matchup dependent thing, honestly. In conclusion, Goku eventually wins the first fight, most likely, but the second fight leans more into Jotaro's favor if he stops time and gets down to business as fast as possible. You can't give Goku the opportunity to think about what Jotaro could do or would do, because he will eventually figure it out. Like, he's going to do exactly what he does and close out this battle if you give him the opportunity to. He's had 3 freaking complete anime parts to show you that he does this type of stuff. Don't be that surprised when he does. But that's all. Hopefully, I'd like to do more of these. These are really fun. It's not as crazy as I thought. I like seeing everyone's perspectives though, so feel free to comment. Please do. And thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace out and Godspeed.